Hello, good day, my fellow Nigerians in Yorkshire, UK, in the diaspora, and our Nigerian families and students in Nigeria. You're on to the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC, YouTube channel. Our organization, we're based in the diaspora in Leeds, in West Yorkshire, in the United Kingdom. And we give you updates on every activity that are here. This is to support Nigerian families, students, and businesses. Our organization is open to all race, but when it comes to Nigerian matters, we address matters with concerning Nigerian students, Nigerian families, and businesses in the diaspora in the UK. Today, my name is Mr. J. Skolawole. I'm the founder and the president of the Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network. And we, from time to time on our YouTube channel, try to get you an update on how Nigerians are living here, what are their welfares, and also we are trying to do this so that we can make it to benefit Nigerians that are planning to embark on a journey to travel here, for studies, to live, and etc. And this is why we give you what the situation on the ground. And today I'm just going to update you on the on immigration, UK immigration changes. I think I did that in the last UK immigration JAPA and update for this year. We released that, I think, 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I want to give you the scenario. First of all, the UK has now updated the sponsor licenses for organization and agents. And a lot of Nigerians and even other races are now running into problems. So if you see a lot of Nigerians or African people or other races that, they came to this country, they went on to sell their house, sell their property, even borrow money in the bank, and even some people use their house to stand collateral in order to bring their family into the UK. The UK has now revoked the licenses of all those agents. As you know, this was a trap. This was a trap that was supposed to be foreseen, and this was something that we know that it was something that was going to be affecting a lot of Nigerian families who have basically not done their research, and even who have just find any means of trying to get to this country. And some of you, majority of you, have collected sponsorship visa, whatever, whether it's a healthcare visa, whether it's a work visa, whether it's any sponsorship visa you have collected from any organization. And the issue is that when the UK launched this idea of a sponsorship visa, the different types of visa, even with the student visa, it was a trap, and a lot of people didn't see this. It was a blank check that was given to a lot of people, Nigerians, Africans, Asians, and other races. And the UK wanted to balance themselves because they Brexited. They removed themselves from the European Union, and now they were standing alone. And there were lots of shortage of people that were in the healthcare sector, which is the NHS, which is in the UK. And they just give people a blank check, even as a student visa. Just imagine something that has never happened in the history of life. I don't know, it has never happened before that the UK government or any diaspora country would give a student visa and will allow them to bring all their families at the same time. It was a crash that has been foreseen, and now the reality is now on the ground, because now, starting from the student visa, as you know that we updated you, the UK government has actually updated you, the UK Home Office, single student cannot bring their relatives anymore. Only if you're doing research or any research courses, you can bring your family. And for those that are even, doing research courses, it has to be a certain conditions that you have to meet. It's either, you yourself, that you're a student, you're allowed to do 20 hours. Your dependent can do as many hours as it comes. So that is it. Now, on the sponsorship visa, a lot of people have made so much mistakes. And when I say that, this is the report we've been live on the ground. We've been getting updates. We've been getting lots of Nigerian student families that have been calling us that they need other options. So again, the UK government gave a blank check because they want to make money. They want to make money, and we have to tell you the truth. They wanted to make money. They've just Brexited, and they gave people a blank check. They were given even a lot of organizations, agents that are not qualified to get a sponsor license. Everybody was getting a sponsor license. They were using it as a money. They were using it to make money. When you see an organization that are not even qualified, they applied for sponsorship license in Nigeria and in overseas and in the UK, and they started giving people COS, and in the UK, the Home Office were making lots of money. Now, this is an updated 2024 updated version of the sponsorship licenses. The UK have now published the list of sponsorship licenses for organizations and agents. They have now taken out all those agents, all those parallel agents that are not qualified. So Nigerians have started seeing the bad result. What that means is that we saw a family gave us a call, and they said that they had like 3 to 5 years sponsorship visa. They've been working with this organization for more than a year now, and all of a sudden the organization has said they're not, the Home Office has revoked their sponsor license. Therefore, you are now illegal. You have spent £10,000, £15,000, or 20 million to 30 million to collect a sponsorship visa, you are now an illegal. That visa is not valid anymore. You have to find another sponsor. And the Home Office is now writing to people like that they've given them 60 days to get another sponsor. Otherwise, they should leave the country. So these are the situation. And I know that majority of you that are in the UK, that are in Yorkshire, that are back home, that you have collected this sponsorship visa, you need to look at your sponsorship visa. You need to check with the employee that they are still licensed. Because no matter what, even if you get 3-year sponsorship license, if the Home Office has revoked the license of that organization, of that agent, your visa is no more valid. Your class as illegal. So now Nigerians are stuck. They are stuck. There's nowhere to go. They don't have any money. You see families that have sold their properties in Nigeria. They've sold all their... there was a family that had like 3 cars. They have a house. They sold their 3 cars. They sold their house. They used it to collect sponsorship visa. Now we are seeing the situation with Nigerians. So I want to urge and beg Nigerians at home in the diaspora, please check with your employer, because you will just get a letter from the post, from the Home Office, that you are now illegal. You need to find another sponsorship. You have 60 days to leave. That is the situation on the ground. We have also seen situations from feedback on Facebook that there's some people that came here alone, working in the healthcare sector, working as a nurse, support worker, and etc. And they were about to bring their children. I think this particular family had 4 children in Nigeria. And what they were saying, they were trying to bring their children, and the Home Office were saying that, can we ask you a question? Are you married? And the lady said yes. Are you? Where is your husband? The husband is in Africa somewhere, or in Nigeria. So then, what the Home Office did is that there's no point bringing your children down here. The children can stay with your families in Nigeria. They can stay with your husband. And why, in the first case, did you leave your husband? You came down here and now you want to bring your children. So that visa for that lady was denied, and it was declined by the Home Office, because the Home Office have now changed their visa status. Now, if you're working in the health sector, NHS, you will not be allowed to bring your relatives. So, and I know that a lot of all these things is now happening to a lot of Nigerian families that are still in the process of bringing their family, and you will end up looking at it. So you need to check before you apply bringing your family. You do not want to waste your money, because one thing about Home Office is that, any money you paid into the account is non-refundable. It's non-refundable. If you have 1 children, if you have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, that is in Nigeria, you want to bring them down, and you're on the sponsorship visa or you're working in the support work or etc., make sure you check. Because if you go and pay, the Home Office will decline your visa. Make sure you speak to an immigration lawyer, and etc. If you get in contact with us, if you're in Yorkshire, you can contact us, Nigerian Yorkshire Community Network, UKCIC Group in Leeds. Our email address is admin@nycn.org.uk. We can refer you to our immigration lawyer for advice. And basically, I just want you to remember that it's not free, because the immigration lawyer might want to advise you the next step. Also, we have seen families that, they are going through a lot. Families that, remember that when we did the first JAPA project update on immigration, we were advising Nigerian and telling them that there is a red line to what everybody is doing, just rushing here. And you see Nigerians, UK is no more a land of paradise. It's no more a land of honey anymore. Because what it is that everybody was rushing into this country, not preparing, not looking at their financial plans, not looking at their movement, how they're going to settle the kids, how they're going to get jobs. So a lot of Nigerians, even that they have sponsorship license, they're looking for jobs. I see lots of Nigerian families, African families that are contacting us, that they're still looking for work. Some people have had sponsorship for more than a year now. They are unable to get a job. There is no job in the UK. And make sure that even if you now encounter with any organization or agent that is going to give you a sponsorship, make sure you do your own research, please. Don't leave it. Don't be too lazy. You understand? We're giving you all this update because this is what we're experiencing. This is the report we're getting from the Nigerian community in the diaspora. A lot of family are calling us that they are now stuck. Please, can you get an organization to get us another sponsorship visa and etc. So you need to do your own work. Don't just rush. I want to go to UK. I want to go to UK. You end up in the ditch. I'm telling you. And may the Lord not let any of you, any of your family, what you're planning end up in the ditch. Please do your own work. Do your research. Don't rush. If you're trying to bring your family here, make sure that that agent say, oh, I'm going to get you a sponsorship visa, don't worry about it. All you need to do is go and check them out. For example, at the bottom of this video, we're going to place it in the YouTube. Just go to the description. I'm going to leave a link to show the approved sponsored license that can give you a sponsorship visa. You can use that to check maybe the organization that is trying to give you or is promising you that can give you sponsorship visa. Maybe they're now licensed by the UK. If they're not, that means that they've revoked their license. Please, I beg everybody, this is very urgent, and these are the latest updates, issues, complaints that we're now getting, and we're trying to work with the Nigerian High Commission to see how we can get this message to them. So the idea of you coming to the UK is a good idea. Bringing your family is a good idea, but make sure you do your homework. The reason why we're stressing this in every YouTube video we do is basically that Nigerians are continuing to make that mistake, make that wrong step. Thinking that, if you live in Banana Island or Lekki or anywhere in Maitama or anywhere, you come to this country, all your money will go. All your money will go, because at the end of the day, you need to plan yourself. The Home Office now, and the reason why the UK government is taking this step, remember that the UK, they are going to be going to election in May. So Conservative is trying to make sure they cut down immigration. Immigration is a big problem in the UK. And now a lot of people that are living here, the British citizens, they are now going against people that are coming to this country, even legal people. So the UK is cutting the amount of legal migrants that are coming to this country, cutting the amount of immigrants. Another thing I want to talk about, which is not fair on Nigerians, I will always say the truth, is that the Home Office is now sending letters to Nigerians, whether you're a student or employers. If your visa is going to run out, they will give you, they will send you a letter. They will tell you, please, you need to exit the country within 14 days as a student or if you sponsorship visa. And you need to make sure you are ready for all these things. And the fact that, Nigerian students and families that have collected sponsorship visa, they work hard, they hard house to make sure that they pump money into the UK economy. But the UK government, instead of the UK government to find them a solution for them to stay in this country, they are now sending them a letter. You know, they've now taken the people, the illegal people that are coming through the water, through the boats. They've now prioritized them over people that are pumping money into their economy, like Nigerians and other race. And when I thought about this, I just said to myself, this is not fair. You know, a lot of people that are coming through the boat, illegal immigrants are coming to the boat. You put them in a fancy hotel. You chase a lot of people that are residents in this country. You chase them out of the house, and you now put these illegal people that are coming through the boats. Now, instead of you to be dealing with all those things, you're dealing with Nigerians and other race that have come to this country as a student. They have, just imagine, students here, their school fees is around 15,000 to 18,000 to 20,000. And some students, even after they have graduated, they still have 6,000, 7,000 pounds to pay. Because, just imagine a student that is paying 18,000 and is only allowed to do 20 hours. How are you going to be able, how on earth are you going to be able to pay that thing back? So they end up going bankrupt. You know, recently we lost a Nigerian student from Ekiti State. Is a Nigerian student from University of Bradford. She has successfully graduated as a cybersecurity master student, 36 years old, and she worked day in, day out. She has 3 kids. And now she's the main applicant. She's the main applicant of their family, which their husband and the children are relying on her as a dependent. Now, we lost her on the 1st of January, 2024, unfortunately. So we have been raising funds to see how, because their family at home said they are unable to accept our body back into Ekiti State because it's going to cause too much pain and grief. And I do really understand. May her soul rest in peace. And it's one of our sister that I was really moved, and her name is Oluwaseun Bello, which, I pray for our family, may there be peace and comfort for the family at this hour. But this is the situation we're talking about. She works hard day in, day out. She's a jovial, very funny person. And eventually, she was given a COS. She was even ready to start work on the 1st of January when she just collapsed. So when Nigeria comes here, remember that you're not just going to sit down. You have Nigerians here are the most hardworking. You see Nigerians here doing 2 to 3 shifts, working their hearts out, working their heads out, just to make sure they pay the bills and etc. All because they want to live in the UK. And this is what happens. Stress, pressure, pressure of paying the bill, pressure of feeding the family, pressure of paying your school fees. All those things applies to you. And this is one of those things that is happening to Nigerians here. Nigerians here is not a bed of roses in this country. I want to let everybody know. If you're a Nigerian, you're coming here to come and work, you need to balance yourself. You need to make sure that you can pay your bills. If you can't, make sure you do your own work. These are the criteria that the Home Office have now updated, and etc. So it's a difficult thing for everybody now in the country, in the UK. And me as the Nigerian community president in the diaspora, I'd like to give you this update from time to time. May the Lord continue to bless you that you're trying to come here. Please plan yourself, family. I beg you, because you come here, you run into the ditch. You get stuck. So we have lots of Nigerians, even people that have claimed asylum now. The Home Office are now rejecting their asylum. So they are now stuck. So don't think that you will be able to come to this country, you will claim an asylum. It's not going to work. You end up being the puppet of the government. They will take your passport from you. You cannot travel. And at the end of the day, there is no anything good in it. There's no anything good in it. It's better for you to get a proper, and just to let you know. So these are the updates. And for me, it's a pity that what the Home Office should be doing is that rather than prioritizing the illegal migrants that are coming through the boats, etc., they are now prioritizing They are now sending letters to Nigerian student families now, giving them notice that they should leave the country, because Nigerians now, a lot of Nigerians in the diaspora, once they finish their uni, they don't want to go back to Nigeria. I've had a chat with so many Nigerians that, are you going back to Nigeria? They said no. They said they want to stay. How are you going to stay? I'm looking for sponsorship. So Nigerians put themselves under pressure, saying that they're looking for sponsorship. And when they see any bogus agent, bogus organizations saying that we can give you sponsorship, they will now say, okay, please, can you bring 6,000 deposit? They will collect their money. They will give them fake sponsorship. I want you to watch out. If an organization approaches you that they want to give you sponsorship, make sure you do your research before you give them any kobo, any pence, any dollar, please. If you don't do that, you end up in the ditch. Most of these agents in Nigeria now, they have now revoked their licenses, sponsored licenses, because the Home Office have now identified them that most people are just using this to make money. Whereas the Home Office, the UK Home Office, make their own money, tons of money. And basically, but rather than prioritizing people that have been in this country, students that have been in this country, sponsorship Nigerians and African and others that have been in this country, working hard, pumping money into the economy, the Home Office will now give them a letter that they can now go back home. So, and this is what the Home Office is prioritizing: the illegal route immigrants, giving them fancy houses, giving them hotels, whereas they're telling our Nigerian students that have been in this country, should there be any options for people like Nigerians that have worked so hard, other races that have worked so hard, people that have gotten sponsorship, pumping money, working hard, paying their tax. And this is the kind of people that the Home Office is now telling them that they should leave the country. We're going to give you 60 days. We're going to give you 14 days. It's not fair. It's not fair. So I'm trying to give you an awareness of the UK immigration visa update 2024, that please make sure you do your homework. If you want to collect sponsorship coming from Nigeria, make sure if you go and approach an organization and they lie to you and they end up saying that you're going to go home, they will take your money, you end up in the ditch. So most of this sponsorship has been cancelled. So I'm going to end this update. More update to come soon, but today I've just taken my time. I just want to say I should update you, give you an update of where things are with how people can come to this country, people can stay in this country, etc. If you're coming to this country, think about your children, because if you come alone and you think that you're going to be bringing your children later, you're deceiving yourself. The Home Office will not grant your visa anymore. It's as simple as that. If you're coming here as a single, make sure it's not that you leave your husband or you leave your wife, you come here and you start working in the health sector, and later you said you want to bring your children, the Home Office will not grant them visa. Because what they will be saying is that, did you divorce from your husband? Even if you divorce from your husband, why did you divorce? And a lot of Nigerians now are doing that intentionally. You see their husband in Nigeria, they have a very good job, managing director, manager, but the wife will just take the children that, I'm going to UK. And the husband will say, my wife, baby, we have a good job here. Why do you want to rush and take the children down? And by the time they get to this country, their eyes will now open. There is no milk and honey. In order for you to do an update, to make sure you look after the children, you have to make sure you have some fund. You have to look after the children. Don't think that you have 3 children or 2 children or 1 children and you expect that you're going to get a house help. There's no house help here. And if you don't look after the children, you're in trouble. So Nigerians, women and husband, etc., that are running away from their house, making, unnecessary excuse, leaving their marriage, but because they want to go to diaspora, they want to go to overseas, whether America, you are doing yourself. Don't find unnecessary excuse to break your family. Work with your husband, work with your wife. If you want to come to the diaspora, overseas, Canada, America, or UK, do have a proper plan. Make sure you have the money. Because if you get here, you're on your own. I can tell you today now, I've just been to Nigerian food is the most expensive food in the whole of UK. When you want to buy Nigerian food, So I'm telling you, 2 kilograms of Gary, just imagine you're looking at 10 pounds, 15 pounds. You understand? And the rate now has now gone up. When you look at it, the rate as of today is £1 British pounds to more than 1,700 naira. So it's not a good thing, but I want to urge everybody, I want to beg you, please. This is not a publicity stunt. I'm not trying to do this program. I'm trying to warn you to make sure you are aware of some of the immigration visa you're going to be applying for. I said it in my last japa. If people can come to this country with visa, you understand? If you come as a tourist, you'll be allowed to work according to the UK immigration status. But I want you to understand that the UK is really hard on legal migrants, illegal migrants, asylum seekers, but because now they need to cut down the numbers of people that are coming to this country, and the Conservative wants to prove to people, because the election is coming in May. So they're doing it. America is doing it, just imagine. And look at America now. The decision for people there is to decide on immigration, and Donald Trump, that was there a couple of years ago, Donald Trump is going to be the next president. That is it. It has been seen, because everybody is only concerned about immigration. So immigration is a big topic in the UK, and is affecting everybody, every facet of corners in the whole of communities. And as a community leader, we want to give you that update, okay? So we're going to get you more updates on immigration. If you have any question, put it in a comment. If I don't respond, don't be upset, please, okay? I look at all this comment from time to time. But if you're coming to this country as a student, make sure you do your own work, Make sure you do your own work. Because if you're coming as a single, you will not be allowed to bring any of your family. It's as simple as that, And if you're coming here to come and do NHS work, you are not going to be allowed to bring your family anymore. As I've said, the Home Office is now declining families that have been working with the NHS for more than 2 years now. They're trying to bring their children from Africa, from Nigeria, and it has been declined because the Home Office is saying that, oh, you have families at home. Your husband is there, your wife is there. Why do you want us to give you family? So they don't want that pressure, because they know that if they grant you visa, you're going to come here. You come and put that pressure on them and etc. So you need to think. Don't just jump into conclusion, okay? May the Lord continue to bless us. Happy Sunday to everybody. More update to come soon on Japa Immigration Update 2024. Take care. Bye-bye. God bless you. Thank you.